2018 Ford Escape 1.5 EcoBoost 4-cylinder water pump replacement. It's really not that bad. It's not a terrible job. Yeah, you gotta buy some tools, you gotta buy some 3D printed wedges, especially when it only has 52,000 miles on it. There's no reason to change that timing belt, guys. Yeah, it's really not that bad of a job, really. You only have to take off the everything. Just don't forget, you have to take off the everything. That's the only step you cannot miss. The everything. The everything. The CV axle support bearing to put the timing plug in, because they don't have keyways on the crankshaft, because those are lame. The locking tang for the harmonic balancer, crankshaft pulley. It's not really a balancer, I don't know. The 3D printed tools you gotta buy to make sure the thing doesn't move, because what better place to bolt this timing belt tensioner than the actual water pump itself? Because remember, oh man, it's broken now. Remember the old Duratex where the water pump used to be just 3 bolts? How many years they did that? No problem. Even the 2-liter EcoBoost, I think, is still 3 bolts. 1.5 and 1.6 behind the timing belt. This goes. The tensioner bolts there. So you have to take it apart. You have to take it all off, right? I'm telling you, you got to take off the everything. I didn't have to take the cowl off, but I'm glad I did, because it gave me a lot more room and light. It's easy, simple to take that off. It's the rest of everything, the everything that you have to take off to get that out of there, including the alternator. The alternator has to swing back just so you can get it out. What's the deal, Ford? What is the deal? For what? There's wedges in there too, in the bottom. But for what? As Shorzy would say. I just don't understand. I mean, engine mount, even if you got a lift, it's still a pain in the butt, because you gotta raise and lower the engine, I can't work in the air half the time. Otherwise, great car though. Not. It's funny. That other Escape, the 2-liter, 200 and, I don't know, what'd I say, 250,000 miles, we'll call it, is on that thing. Still has the original water pump on it. And it's a 2013. What is this piece of crap? What is this? It's supposed to get better in quality as you age, or as you get newer with cars. Not worse. I've heard these 1.5s are bad, but it's not. All in all, it didn't take me this long to do this. It's just a lot to do. There's a lot going on that you have to do. A lot of nuts and bolts, a lot of them, just to do this. I'd rather do a 3.5 or 3.7 timing chain, internal, than to do this. To me, they're not that bad. This is excessive. This is just unnecessary. So there might be a faster way, and believe me, I tried to not pull the water pump or the alternator, but I'm telling you, every shortcut I took, there was an impasse. This is what I had to do to just get the bottom alternator bolt off. I had to lower the engine and get that out of there. I could have rigged up something, but it's really in a bad spot. It would have taken a long time. Yeah, pretty dumb. And it's a stretchy belt. The main serpentine belt's a stretchy belt, so they give you. Here's a part number for the stuff. You can get this. This is the plug for the engine. You can get this off of eBay for $32. This is it's got the timing, the crank pin, and the little locking tang for the harmonic balancer, I'll call it. Here's new water pump. Gasket part number. And then water pump part number. And then serpentine belt part number. Yeah, like this is what the belt kit comes with. Tools to put it. I mean, that's kind of nice, but really, tools to put the belt. Oh yeah, that's exactly. See, I knew I did it right. That's exactly what I did to take it off because it was covered in coolant. So, and this timing belt was not contaminated with coolant. There was nothing on it, so I'm not replacing it. Okay, yeah. So that's just weird. I mean, there's other ways to do this. I actually have a tool. It's pretty neat. I wonder if it'll work. I'm gonna try this first. Maybe. Matco. It says SBTF. Serpentine belt tool Ford, maybe. Just goes on the lip, little wing nut. And you can do the dual belts on the EcoBoost 3.5s too. But I paid too much for this, but yeah, I'll try it, see if it'll work. This kind of looks weird, so last resort. Well, I do have one more thing. I'm going to be making a video. I am upgrading the Honda Fit battery cable, if you see my short. I picked this up at AutoZone for like $20. I think that'll be sufficient. I'm going to hook the factory one up, which is that big, back up into that. But I'm going to go to like the engine or something like that with that one. It's got to be better. I mean, it's got to be better. For $20, it's got to be. So, hey, here's this old pump. Listen to this thing. Let's see. Plastic impeller. It's like everything now. How am I going to do this? Yeah. Ain't got no gas in it. Or coolant. Junk. See you guys.